Hello dear students, I am Sahana Prasad from Department of Commerce, Gopal Swami PU College, Mysore. Welcome to accountancy class. In today's session, let's continue with chapter 4, that is recording of business transaction 2. This is session 4. In this session, let's do a problem based on recording the transactions into sales book and sales return book and posting them into ledger accounts. Now let's start with the problem. Prepare sales book and sales return book from the following transactions and post them to ledger. This is 2013, March 1st. Dharmendra bought from us on account 4,000. This we have to record it in sales book because Dharmendra is buying goods from us, means we are selling goods, so we have to record it in sales book. On March 4th, sold to Bhagat on account 5,000 less 8% trade discount. Here we are selling goods to Bhagat worth rupees 5,000. We are also giving him a discount for 8%. So while entering the transactions in sales book, we have to deduct 8% discount. On March 10th, received defective from Dharmendra 800. This we have to record it in sales return book because we had sold goods to Dharmendra on March 1st. So he is returning some defective goods to us. So we have to record it in sales return book worth rupees 800. On March 14th, Sangamesh bought from us rupees 2,500 on credit. This again we have to record it in sales book. On March 21st, sent a credit note to Sangamesh rupees 300 for overprice. This we have to record it in sales return book. Here we are giving a credit note to Sangamesh. You know, credit note means it is related to sales return. So we have to record rupees 300 in sales return book. And on March 26th, sold to Peter of Mysore 21 units at 500 on account. Here we are selling goods to Peter of Mysore 21 units at rupees 500 on account. Here we have to multiply 21 units into 500. This we have to record it in sales book. And on 29th, sent a credit note to Peter of Mysore for short supply of 2 units. Here also we are sending a credit note because there is a short supply of 2 units. So 2 units means, you know, per unit is rupees 500. So 2 units into 500, it is 1000. So Peter 1000, we have to record it in sales return book. On 30th, Dhirendra bought for cash rupees 2,300. So this we do not record here because Dhirendra bought for cash from us. Dhirendra received goods from us. So by giving cash, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಧೀರೇಂದ್ರ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ನಾವು ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ನ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಈ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡರಿ ಬುಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ. So we record it in cash book. So all cash transactions we record it in cash book. So but not here in this subsidiary book. So, ಈ subsidiary books ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬರೀ goods sold on credit ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು record ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So, transactions which are related to 30th March, Dhirendra bought for cash 2,300, we do not record here. So, this is the question. Now, let's start with the problem. First, we shall prepare sales book and sales return book. And then we shall post it into various ledger accounts. Sales book, let's draw the format. Here you have to write the date, particulars. Here we write the name of the customer. This is outward invoice number. They have not given any information regarding outward invoice number, so no need to write anything in this column. This is ledger folio and this is amount column. So now let's start with the problem. Dharmendra bought from us on account rupees 4,000 on 2013 March 1st. On March 1st, Dharmendra bought from us worth rupees goods 4,000. And on March 4th, Bhagat bought from us goods worth rupees 5,000 and we gave him a 8% discount. So we have to calculate discount of 8% on 5,000, it comes to 400. So if I subtract 5,000 from 400, I get 4,600. So 5,000 ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು 8% discount calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ it comes to 8 5s are 40, that is 400. So I have to subtract it, it comes to 4,600. And on 14th, we sold goods to Sangamesh worth rupees 2,500. And on 26th, sold to Peter of Mysore 21 units of rupees 500. So if I multiply 21 units into 500, it comes to 10,500. So if I total all these transactions, the total comes to 21,600. So the total of sales book is 21,600. So the total of sales book comes to 21,600. So these are the transactions which are related to sales book. Now next, let us enter the transactions in sales return book. Here we have to write date, particulars, credit note number, ledger folio, and this is amount column. So now let us look into the problem and let us try to analyze what are the transactions which you have to enter in sales return book. On 10th, received defective from Dharmendra 800. On 2013, March 10th, from Dharmendra, he returned defective goods worth rupees 800. So this we have to record. On 21st, we sent a credit note to Sangamesh for overprice. So this also we have to record it in the sales return book. Sangamesh for overcharge, this is 300. Date is 21st, amount is 300. And on 29th, sent a credit note to Peter of Mysore for short supply of 2 units. So on 29th, 2 units, there was a short supply and per unit it was 500. They have already given in the problem. So here it is 500. So 2 units is returning means per unit it is 500. So 2 units into 500 comes to 1000. So this is sales return book. So these are the transactions which we have recorded in sales return book. So if I total this, I get 2,100. So these are the transactions which we have recorded in sales return book. So this is sales book, this is sales return book. Now we have to post these transactions into various ledger accounts. Now we have to record these transactions into various ledger accounts. So now first let us do sales account and sales return account. So now let us analyze this transaction. Here we have sold goods to 4 customers, Dharmendra, Bhagat, Sangamesh and Peter. So Dharmendra's account debit, Bhagat's account debit, Sangamesh's account debit, Peter account debit to sales. So in each and everybody's account we write 2 sales, but in sales account we write by Dharmendra's account, by Bhagat's account, by Sangamesh's account and by Peter account. Instead of writing everybody's name, we can write by sundry customers account. So this is on 2013, March 31st, we record every end of the month. So here we can write by sundry customers account. Here you have to write the total of sales book. So the total of sales book is 21,600. So this is the transactions which I have recorded in sales account. Next is sales return account. What is the journal entry? Sales return account debit to Dharmendra's account, Sangamesh's account and Peter account. There is no transaction of a sales return related to Bhagat. So here we can write on 2013 March 31st to sundry customers. Here we have to write the total of sales return book, that is 2,100. So these transactions we have entered in sales account and sales return account. So here we have recorded the transactions of sales related to sales in sales account, and sales return account we have posted to ledger of sales return. So this is sales account and sales return account. Now let us continue by posting to various ledger accounts. Now have opened the ledger accounts of Dharmendra's account, Bhagat's account, Sangamesh's account and Peter's account. Now let us try to enter the transactions. In case of Dharmendra, we have sold goods to Dharmendra, and there is also a transaction which is related to sales return. So what is the journal entry? Dharmendra's account debit to sales account. Now we have to write on 2013 March 1st to sales account. We have sold goods worth rupees 4,000 to Dharmendra, and there is also a transaction which is related to sales return on March 10th 2013. So what is the journal entry? Sales return account debit to Dharmendra's account. So in Dharmendra's account we write by sales return account. So by sales return account, the amount is 800. So this account is over now. We have posted both transaction which is related to sales and sales return in Dharmendra's account. Now let us try to enter the transaction in Bhagat's account. We had sold goods to Bhagat on March 4th 2013. Right. So what would be the journal entry? Bhagat's account debit to sales account. So here we have to write to sales account. In sales account we had already entered the transaction. So the amount is 4,600. Here there is no transaction which is related to sales return account. Bhagat sales na return madilla. So bari sales matra agide. So adukosra now bari illi to sales account anta matra bariತೀವಿ. So this we are done Bhagat's account. Now let's see Sangamesh's account. On March 14th 2013, on March 14th we had sold goods to Sangamesh. What is the journal entry? Sangamesh's account debit to sales account. So to sales account worth rupees 2,500, and there is also a transaction which is related to sales return. And there is also a transaction which is related to sales return on March 21st. So what is the journal entry? Sales return account debit to Sangamesh's account. In Sangamesh's account we would write by sales return. By sales return account worth rupees 300. So this is related to Sangamesh's account. So there is a transaction which is related to both sales and sales return. Now we have posted it to Sangamesh's account. Let us enter the transaction into Peter account. So what is the journal entry? Peter's account debit to sales account. So the amount is 10,500. And there is also sales return which is related to Peter. What is the journal entry? Sales return account debit to Peter's account. So in Peter's account we would write by sales return account. On March 29th, by sales return account 1000. So these are the various ledger accounts which we have prepared from this problem. So ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬುಕ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ 6 ಲೆಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಒಂದು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಧರ್ಮೇಂದ್ರಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಭಗತ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಸಂಗಮೇಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಮು ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 12 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ಗೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. And I hope you have understood today's session. Thank you.